Okay, let's see. Let me see. What do we got? Welcome aboard, everyone. It's gonna take a minute here just to make sure everything's working just exactly right. So the plan today is I got all the tier 7s, so we'll go through those. You could, obviously I'm low on credits, so if I have a couple bad games, it might turn into a problem. Alright. Gotta take a second here to get everything working here. And then we'll rip it. Sorry, the one drawback of doing this on streaming through the PS4, I can't set this stuff up ahead of time, so that's unfortunate, but I can do it pretty quickly here, so just almost got it all ready to rock. Alright. Okay, looks like we got everything working just exactly right now. Just verify that. Alright. We got Richie's boy, Legends OG, Stephen Grayson, Tristan, what's up, Elite, Benjamin. Alright. Sound alright? Koenigsberg is amazing EP. Koenigsberg is actually a pretty solid tier 4. Be a little low on credits. Yeah, that's... I got the Kagero and I got the Kagero 2 out of 3 upgrades, so... I think I can afford to have one bad game. But if I shit the bed twice, then I might actually have to play a premium to get some credits back. Best tier 4 cruiser as of now? Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, a lot of global XP. They have said that they are going to have premium ships available for global XP at some point. I have no idea when, but I would recommend hanging on to the best that you can. You never know. I mean, if they have a premium ship, like let's say it's a tier 7 ship, I'd guess it would be 2-3 million global XP. So I'm trying to hang on to it as much as possible. thanks everyone for tuning in. We're gonna get a rockin' here. My plan is just to gonna go down the line, play all the tier 7s. I haven't really warmed up. Maybe I should have played a warm-up game before. So, if I get eliminated really quickly, we might actually run out of money, but... What's up, Vet? Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate it. Good to see you all here on a Wednesday. It's morning for me. I know a lot of you guys are in Europe or around the world, so it's probably different times for everyone. What's up, Owen? How you doing? Is the sound alright? Audio compared to the game sound? That's the hardest thing for me to set up on this without having like a control panel that I can really use. Alright, so we got Akatsuki, Kagero, Fletcher. Good sound, alright. So this middle spawn, you can roll the dice and kind of play through here or here. It's about a 50-50 chance if you get killed though. In-game mic is on. What does that mean exactly?
Enemy force detected.
So I'm a little hesitant to play through here.
All stations, protect that target.
I got a radar that's probably... what is it? This could be a problem. Let's see, Atlanta.
Critical engine damage.
Should have known.
Problem solved, sir.
Push the AP, see if I can get a couple shots on him.
Reporting the target position.
See, what you're looking for when you check the roster as a destroyer, you want to see what destroyers they have and if they have radar ships. And I did not notice that they had the Atlanta, so I don't... Because that thing could easily... If you get close range with an Atlanta as a destroyer, he can one or two shot you and end your game very quickly, so...
All stations, concentrate fire on the target. All stations, requesting fire on the designated target.
So here, I'd rather kill the Fletcher with the guns. If I can hit that Iowa, the Torp's good. But Fletcher's still my priority. Alright. So I think that was another, what is that? Got an Iowa and a Fletcher. A little... The one downside of these Torps is they're really slow compared to some Torps. Here it is.
Smoke generator started.
I think I'm the one spotting this guy. Gonna bite it, I think. Oh, he might miss those. Got him. Alright.
Enemy battleship sunk.
Still primarily concerned about the Fletcher. He's maybe torped me. I should stop being horizontal. Being horizontal on a cloud is my #1 problem that I need to work on. I get killed doing that all the time. The more vertical you are, the better you can avoid the torp, so. switch to AP on this guy. I'm trying to get a fire. Ideally, I'd like to get a fire and then start ripping with AP, but that AP when they're full horizontal like that, that'll actually just shred them. So
All stations.
ideally in that
Concentrate fire on
situation,
the
oh, I
target.
still got a minute on this smoke. If you can get like one fire, that way you have compounding damage that builds over time. But you kind of gotta, it's a trade-off. You'd rather get that AP going on that horizontal shot like that. You can get about 2 grand a volley every 3 seconds. That adds up. That's like a citadel shot. Very rapidly, every 10 seconds. Alright. Might be stopping. Man, why can I not hit this?
Enemy destroyer sighted.
There we go.
Enemy destroyer foundered. Concentrate fire on the target. Affirmative.
Alright. So we got 2 unobstructed of the base. I'm gonna have to defend that.
Do not let the enemy take the base.
What would you say your favorite tier 7 is? That's a good question.
Affirmative.
I have no idea. I like most of them.
Acknowledged.
Let it rain shells, yeah. No, I mean, this thing can actually, you know, if I was playing this for like 10 games, you'd see this thing. You can get just massive amounts of damage with these guns. What you typically want to do is have someone spotting for you and then get as close to a ship, preferably a battleship. You want to pull up so they're right outside of your blue detection range, park, pop a smoke. Again, you need someone spotting for them. And then you can pepper them with guns, and as they close in, trying to eliminate you, just hit them with torps, and there's not a single ship in the game that you can't absolutely destroy doing that, so. What's up, Bane? Good, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, so, I mean, this ship is dominant.
Requesting support. Acknowledged. Many
But
thanks.
I got the Kagero last night. Oh, shit. Now I see what you're talking about, my in-game mic being on. I should have put 2 and 2 together, but I appreciate you telling me that earlier. So these poor bastards just had to let me, or listen to me rambling on. Alright, well, I got that figured out. Yeah, I typically want to put myself into a party, and then my team doesn't have to listen to me babbling on, even though it's probably less annoying than them spamming the radio at each other the entire time.
I need help.
But
Roger. Many thanks.
I mean, we're gonna win the game by them capturing. You want to defend your side. People give up their side way too easily. It's very easy to lose games where you shouldn't lose games just because you keep pushing forward. Just try to do it daily. I would if I could. I gotta work most days. How you doing, Stylo? But I do have today off, and I figured, what the hell, let's fire up some games.
Affirmative. Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. Proceed to the base.
Alright.
Denied.
So you always want to use this aim indicator to just kind of get a read on what the ships are doing.
Attack enemy aircraft.
Like here, I can see this one was going there. This one was going around the side of the island. It's turning back around now.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. Affirmative. Roger.
If we can kill these guys, cool. If not, it doesn't matter. I mean, we're just trying to protect the capture at this point. Just ended a hard work day. It probably will. There we go.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
And then this guy will spot this dude, so I can pop a smoke and start ripping him. Oh, it's... Is he running? There we go.
Smoke generator started.
Much obliged, Commander.
Oh! Get to the island. Switch to AP, he's got a nice broadside.
Netherlands in 5 minutes.
Smoke screen set.
See, you're getting 1,000, 1,500 every 3 seconds. I mean, that adds up really quickly, so.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
What ship you gonna use next game? I'm just gonna go down the line of all the tier 7s, so. Baltimore, I think. He gone. Yeah. So that was an alright Fletcher game. Not a bad warm-up. Four kills, I mean, for some reason they didn't give us any XP. A lot of those were just kind of finishing blows. We only had 51,000 damage, so. But I mean, 115 hits. 3 floods caused. I don't know, that was decent. Got a little bit of money. Let's see, Baltimore. Oh, I was gonna show you my builds too. So on this one, I got Burke with Swirsky and Tyrant. You guys got to keep in mind I only got about just over half the commanders, but I go back and forth between Burke and Halsey. Right now, I think I'm planning on using Halsey as my main destroyer. Baltimore. If you've seen my videos, I got Max Norm Scott, so that's pretty good. What's up, Jody? I don't ever use my Iowas. Propulsion mod. I could take a look what I got. Iowa's probably my least used ship because you can see I have Captain Doofus in the driver's seat. I got main bat mod 1 or 2, steering gears. You could definitely just put prop on that if you wanted. And then artillery plotting room, you want to put that on every time. Yeah, I don't know. You can go either one of these. If you're just sit there backing up the entire time, you definitely want prop mod. If you're actually going to move your ship around a little bit, I'd probably go with steering gears mod, but it's personal preference. You know, the German battleships are coming out. Yeah, they'll be early access like the destroyers are now on the 12th, so. About 2 weeks, week and a half, you'll start seeing them. So here's the deal. The Deutschmarks are carrying over to the next campaign, so if you save them now, you can use them for the German crates next campaign, and that's when the battleships will be in those. But what I would recommend, I would get the insignias as your first priority, then the German commander crates, even though I got 2 duplicates out of mine. Then premium time if you're interested in that, and the promotion orders. And then after that, I'm saving all my Deutschmarks for next campaign. Where am I from? I'm from the great north of the United States. Get sinking ships. Yeah, well, we're getting there. Hopefully the new campaign will be... Yeah, I mean, there's a rumor that the Tirpitz will be the campaign reward ship. I've seen enough evidence that I believe the rumor.
Action stations.
Alright, so here's the weak side of Haven. You see we got 6 ships there. They have 6 on our side covering B. So this is a high risk play. I don't like conceding this. A lot of times the 3 that spawn here will just completely turn around and abandon B. I'd rather at least slow them down. But it is a very risky play, and you can actually get completely eliminated here. I do have a bit of a concealment build right now, just partially because I don't have a lot of commanders to pick from, and partially because I do believe in a concealment build on cruisers. But I'm attempting to get over here, spot them, and then turn around. There's that famous Vanguard Citadel. Yep. See, here's the part. Alright, so we're able to angle successfully there. Now here's the difficult part, because I have an Iowa that I'm in a crossfire for, and then I got Colorado on my Oko. So if you don't do this right, you can get absolutely wrecked. See, this guy's pushing in, he's gonna die. That's a suicidal play. You gotta turn around and kite. It's obviously taking a while for my guns to turn around too. I mean, this Iowa, if he was paying attention wherever he went, he could one-shot me. But by doing this, I'm slowing these guys down. Yeah, they're... So this Vanguard's probably pissed at me too. Guns are starting to turn around finally. Now this Baltimore, it can definitely damage ships at long range with the AP, so don't sleep on it. You definitely need to be aware of it if you're playing this against the ship. Now here this Iowa, he's running too. Ideally, I'd like to get that destroyer out of here. Who's gonna permanent spot me? Prince Eugen. Well, tier 8s are tier 7s in this game, so wouldn't surprise me. I think when you're looking at the ships on World of Warships PC, anything that's tier 8 and below is possible to get at the moment. Alright. Shit. I was hoping to see how far that guy was, if he's within radar range. But you can see I'm unspotted right now. That's due to the concealment build. I've been having people ask me in my Discord, like, is there any value to concealment on cruisers? There absolutely is.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
I don't utilize it as much as I'm trying to. It's something I'm working on, but the ability to disengage from fights and get into different positions is extremely valuable. See here, I got a turn being spotted, so that's gonna be a problem. And you never want to stop and turn. There's a strong temptation to, or I'm sorry, stop and shoot when you're in the middle of a turn like that. Like, I was actually considering slowing down and shooting. That's how you get wrecked. You just gotta fully turn, get... Oh, shit.
Enemy heavily damaged.
And identify your risk. This guy was obviously a lot bigger risk than...
Torpedoes astern.
Shit.
The ship is on fire.
This is getting stick. Well, we're down 5 ships. That explains. I wasn't paying attention to the game.
Enemy cruiser detected.
So here I got a Vanguard and an Iowa here. Those are the ones I need to primarily angle against. If I can kill this Mayoko, that'd be ideal, but yeah, this isn't gonna go well at this point.
The ship is on fire.
Maybe we'll get a bit of a ripper on him though, at least. Yeah, nothing I can do at this point. Game's already over. This guy's gonna beach. Oh, I thought he was gonna beach.
Problem solved, sir.
So all that guy's gotta do is sneeze on me again, I'll be dead. Get one more off. I got one. What's up, Jay the Cat? Your team looks amazing. Yeah, well, I'm sure they're all quality players. Though a lot of players want a division with you. Yeah, honestly, man, I get asked about 15 times a day. If you guys join the Discord when I have time to play, that's when I post in there saying who's around. So, Baltimore, that's kind of a different game with it. I was playing that more as like a Japanese cruiser, kind of an open water flanking type. The Baltimore does better kind of parked by an island as supporting DDs. But because they respond on that slow side, or that weak side, I kind of wanted to slow that down. So that's not ideally how you would want to play the Baltimore necessarily. But we did alright with that. Yeah. Exactly, heck. What's up, Battlestar? You enter the stream, just you're sinking. Alright, so looking at the Iowa, here's the build I got on it, and I briefly showed it earlier. I'll show you my commander. This guy's generally regarded as the best commander in the game. I've really actually been robbed on this guy because I've gotten him as a duplicate about 8 times, so he should be legendary like 2.5. Cunningham is an inspiration. You know, just a bummer. Even those American crates I got this week, I got a duplicate Halsey. I was really hoping for a Lee or Sims, but so I'll play this. I mean, it's a pretty significant disadvantage being against max level 16 commanders playing with a level 8 duplicate, but whatever, what can you do? So I like to play the Amagi and the Vanguard a lot more than the Iowa, but the Iowa's obviously a pretty strong ship. Do you think the Bismarck will be tier 7? Absolutely. Yeah, I have a video that came out that tells you all the German battleships, but Bismarck is tier 7. You finally got Madden, nice. Madden I would not prefer as the actual commander for the British battleships, but I would definitely consider using him as inspiration for both cruisers and battleships. And what I want them to do is allow you to make an individual commander build per ship, so you don't have to keep changing it. And that would really allow Madden to shine. But yeah, Madden's a very strong commander. What's up, Chucky T? So you see right off the bat, I'm not going backwards. It's a very strange play. I'd rather turn and point backwards. That'll give you a lot more control over what you're doing if you're actually facing. Because your ship goes a lot faster moving forward and gives you a lot more control. So if you want to kind of sit in the back to begin with, which is a fine play, as long as you're not out of range of the enemy, try and turn around if you have time to do it. That'll give you a lot more control over what's going on. Say Chirp's going to be premium. Yeah, I guess premium tier 7. I think in the screenshot that was leaked it was a tier 7 if I'm not mistaken. The other problem with having Dewey is my range is significantly lower than enemy Iowas that have, like, Sims, for instance. So...
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Alright, let's get this bastard. I mean, the accuracy and the range. Look at that. Was I not locked onto that target? That was just... There's no way his accuracy is that bad, is it? I mean, this is Dewey, but... I'm assuming I wasn't locked onto that guy, because that was a horrible shot. Yeah, you can see being backwards like this, I can control my speed, so I can control the distance between him a lot better, and then I can continue to angle as needed, so... Guy's getting wrecked. Oh, yeah.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
So what is this guy doing?
Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy destroyer sighted.
Got him once. I mean, here's the deal, guys. The destroyers are a way bigger threat to you than the Iowa ever is, so if you can assist killing those things.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Now I'm taking a turn here because I'm unspotted and I want to stay within range of what's going on, so you need to be keeping an eye on your detection, and then when you have an opportunity, that's when you can turn. Concealment camo's wasted? I don't know. I mean, I don't use camo just because I'm so lazy, but no, it's not wasted. I'm trying to think of a good way to do concealment videos for battleships and cruisers, because I think it's massively undervalued by people. You can 100% have a strong concealment build, battleship playstyle, and that works. If you just stay, like right now I'm at the edge of the range here. I can't do it on this ship because my range is so much less than my opponent's. But if you have a good commander that's built for it, like right now he barely crossed into the detection, okay, so I'm not doing it now, but you can shoot, get undetected, because you have 20 seconds while you're reloading, and then reposition, and then shoot, and rinse and repeat. I mean, I can't do a very good job explaining it right now. Thank you very much, KSI Deathhead, appreciate that. But I am planning on doing a concealment video for cruisers and battleships, whether it's the same video or separate ones. But I think it's a massively undervalued part of the game. Everyone gets concealment for destroyers, you know. But I think players that are really good, players that are better than me, what they try and do is stay at range where the ships they're fighting are in between their detection range and their firing range the entire game. And if you can keep your targets in that range all the time, then you'll do very well. And concealment obviously is a major part of that. Man, I'm not getting shit done this game, but we're actually doing alright. So, thank God this is happening. I mean, this is the least exciting ship out of the tier 7s for me, just because the commander I have just absolutely sucks. But I'm obviously out of position. I'm gonna go back and defend the base. I mean, we've won our side and we're in their base. That lead cruiser might be able to stop him, so I'm gonna try and get in position and kill this New Orleans. But I also want to, because our New Orleans right here is running away, so if I get bogged down fighting their New Orleans over here, and this, whatever that ship is way over yonder, sneaks into the base, kills this guy, and then those DDs, there's one DD right now, speak of the devil. I mean, these guys can actually easily win this game.
Attention, all forces defend the base.
I'm going to switch to explosives, but right now you can see I'm undetected, so I can actually get into better position. Yeah, all they have to do is... what people don't understand is, like, yeah, we got half the base captured. All they have to do is land 2 or 3 shots on our guy, then that'll wipe out all their points, and then they win this game, if I can't do the same to them. Now, I've lost track of their New Orleans, so he's probably about halfway to the base. He's definitely going to get to that base before we can capture it. And now I have a problem, because this Akatsuki here can torp me. I don't have anyone screening for me. Like, if you ask me right now, are we going to win this or lose this game, and I had to bet $1,000, I would say we're probably going to lose it, so... it just depends on if this guy can hit a shot or not. And I attempted to shoot him, but I got HE loaded for the destroyer. And by the time I get in here, then the destroyer... I'm not going to have guns loaded, so I'm just going to hold my fire. Oh, thanks for joining the members club too, Deathhead. Appreciate that very much. And there's the torps I was talking about.
Direct front.
Use Dewey for BBs. Yeah, it's not recommended. And I got a Vanguard here. This is getting worse and worse. Nobody on my team is coming to help. Yeah, this is a loss. Let's see if I can delete this. Should not have damaged combat.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
We did get it. All right. So the New Orleans must have not been able to hit them. All right. So thank you very much, KSI Deathhead, for the donation and for joining the members. The join button is by the subscribe button for anyone else that's interested in doing that. Very much appreciated for supporting the channel. Pretty shitty Iowa game, to be honest with you. You can see we're in the bottom, but that's just partially positioning, mostly positioning, just the flow of the game. But anyway, screw the Iowa. Let's go play some real, some fun shit. Alright, so this one I got last night. This is possibly my favorite Tier 7. Pensacola. German cruisers are all citadels. Yeah, Pensacola's a huge citadel. Most of the German cruisers are. Kagero, I still got the range to add, which frankly isn't that big of a deal. Aiming systems, prop, concealment, and then the torp. That's what I'm running. I got Tanaka on Sunday, so I'm still working on getting him going. Screw the Iowa, yeah. You can put that on my tombstone for sure. Yeah, it's definitely easier to play with divisions. I agree, KSI. But I'm still fiddling around with this guy's build. I think this one's... I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. This one right here, I'm still going back and forth here. Because the reload... I mean, here's the deal with these torps, though. Once you upgrade them, they're 69 kms in the water. Blistering. I mean, this is the best destroyer in the game, in my opinion. You'll see why. I mean, I like the kick arrow stock, but when you upgrade the torps... Player here's using the radio to get back. Yeah. Waiting for the rest of the Brit cruisers. Yeah, those will be fun. I'm looking forward to those too. Just suicide rush in the Colorado. Might not be the best strategy. Destroyer precision as captain inspiration. See, I wouldn't necessarily put that on... I mean, the Japanese destroyers all use the guns. I think some people don't use them as much as they should, but... I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I got Akatsuki, Kagero, and an Atlanta. But these torps in the water, man. I played 10 games with this ship yesterday, and it's nasty. What would you recommend for the Mayhan? Propulsion, for sure. I like propulsion on the destroyers because it helps you avoid the torps when you're sitting in smoke. Most of the destroyers already have very good steering, so I think that's a little bit more of a waste, but I'd put propulsion on all the destroyers. When are the German battleships going to be released? 2 weeks. They'll be early access. So a lot of domination modes in the Kagero I wouldn't necessarily want to get in the cap right away. This is our strong side, so even though it doesn't look like our team's really supported me. Atlanta, let me check the numbers. I think Atlanta's 8-4 on their radar. But I do need someone to kill him. You gotta be extremely careful with these radar ships as a destroyer, especially a Kagero that's a stealth destroyer. Why are these guys not able to hit him? And we do have a enemy contesting this now. That's too bad. So, here it is. I just want to drive him off so I can capture it, which looks like he's going to get off. So, the value of smokes is different on IJN destroyers than USN. I wouldn't have wanted to use a smoke there for USN, but
Smoke screen set.
I think it was a decent play for this particular one. I'm right on the edge of this guy's range. Shooting at him might be kind of dumb. But nobody on my
Torpedoes to port.
fuck. Nobody on my team is trying to deal with this guy. Alright, there we go. Perfect. So, radar ships are your biggest threat. So once he's gone, now I can try and get rid of this destroyer that's over here. Hoping this Kagero doesn't spot me. Potentially we could wreck this King George if he's land. It's always too bad when teammates shoot at the one ship that you're trying to torp. Like if you have 3 ships to shoot at and you see one of them has torps in the water, don't shoot at that one. Ships almost always turn when they get shot. 99% of the time, so for doing you know, 1,000 damage or whatever he did when he had this guy to shoot at fully broadside, just completely wasted the torp salvo. Colorado's a good ship. I just don't like the USN battleships currently because my Dewey is just not a good battleship commander. Alright, let's try this again. So these torps, and Tanaka, I think you can get them up to 71 km, I think someone said on my Discord. I got a little too close here. Let's give him time to maneuver if he
Engine
notices
boost
me.
activated.
And again, the guy is shooting at him. This Iowa's kind of getting on my nerves. But should catch a couple of those, maybe. Ah, he's gonna... Fucking Iowa. He's got a broadside York he can kill. Like to get a fire if possible. Oh, here we got a bit of an issue.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
This guy's gonna torp me. Fuck. Thank you. That was huge. Luckily that guy was shooting at him, otherwise I would have been dead 100%. I would have ruined your
Torpedoes
150k.
astern.
Oh,
Affirmative.
motherfucker.
Torpedoes astern. We're hull below the waterline. We're flooding quickly.
What the hell was that? Those weren't Kagero
Problem solved,
torps,
sir.
were they? Kagero torp should have sunk me. What else they got? I'm confused.
Engine boost deactivated.
Alright, so we've completely lost the western side of the map. It's just a little too bad. I probably could have had at least one battleship killed over here, but they kept shooting at him right before him. Torps hit him. Alright.
All
And
stations
he's
defend
already
that
missed him.
area.
Usually these guys are going to turn one way or the other. You just kind of got to guess. I was thinking he might turn right by the edge of that island. But if the guys over here could actually defend these
Do not
bases,
let the enemy take the area.
or they're taking C right now.
Protect that
Alright.
area.
This is when it gets frustrating, when the game's already over, but you still got 10 minutes left on it. For concealment. RGA.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
Most of the RGA, most of the time that's your only option. I don't really find that to be a very useful mod, personally. There it is.
The enemy is about to win. Main turret critically damaged. Problem
Just an
solved,
absolute
sir.
beatdown. I knew these Yorks were in a division because they're both just sitting way in the back. Nuremberg's been fixed. Yeah, I haven't actually tried it yet, but I thought the Nuremberg was good before, so I'm sure it's probably one of the better tier 5s at this moment. Alright. Did he bust one of my torps? just trying to get a little bit of damage. I mean, this game is so far over, it's not even worth trying at the moment.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Might get zipped by that torp there. Yep.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Alright, so we got one destroyer way over there. What the hell is he doing? This guy's about to die. Alright, great game. Missed the New Mexico. What happened to it? Could have been happier to see they fixed the Nern. 2 hours after spend a day grinding it on. I mean, if you just played it with a kiting style, I'd still say you could do pretty good in that. This is really sad. We had a dude get 0. Okay. I hope that guy was AFK, because if that's a serious attempt at a game. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. I was getting a lot of high damage games. If I got time for one more game, maybe I'll play one more Kagero, since I'm still kind of grinding that one out. That one only had 2/3 of the mods. Wargaming, I forgot to show you. I got double steering gears on this. I'll show you my build after this if you guys remind me. You had to sell it to get the Colorado? Ugh. I wouldn't recommend selling ships because you're losing money. You're going to want to buy them later. Buy them back. But I think you get less for selling them than what you bought them for. I don't know. I sold all my tier 2s just to make the menus. Is this live? Yeah. Yep, we're streaming right now. So thanks everyone for tuning in. New Mexico's really good. I'd say all the tier 5 battleships are really solid. The Otago? I haven't seen.
Teammate, I need your support.
It's kind of weird right now. All the Japanese premiums are like low level, either pieces of shit like the Yubari or really good like the Owaki, Kamikaze, but they don't really have any high tier entries yet. Start at half health New York, yeah. Queen Elizabeth, yeah, Queen Elizabeth's absolutely a beast. New Mexico, Fuso. I mean, any of those 3 ships are really awesome. All right, what do we got here? 2 Shine Horse and a Vanguard. Yep.
Fighter airborne.
I'm turning a little late here. I'm getting targeted. This might be a problem. Let's see if he can hit me or not. Must. See, I'm here trying to support my destroyer getting into B, but this guy's no intention of capturing apparently. I'm gonna switch to AP, trying to hurt this Baltimore. This game gonna get tier 10s. As of right now, they're not planning on it. Right now they have 7 tiers, which is gonna make it so you can have +1 matchmaking, which I think is pretty nice. There's a lesson you guys need to learn though. Like, everyone complained non-stop about World of Tanks having +/-2 matchmaking, like non-stop. So they responded to it by condensing the levels of the ships. So now you have +/-1 matchmaking, but you only have 7 tiers, so you should know if you're gonna complain online about stuff, they will react to it. Sharnorist. Ooh, he's getting... Oops, I had AP. I had AP loaded for the Baltimore. I'd rather be shooting HE at this thing. Oh, shit. I gotta stop running into islands.
Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy cruiser sighted.
So I thought this thing had a 27% chance to start fires. It's only 17. I just wrote it down wrong. I mean, 17 is still really great, but it's not the same as 27. I'm gonna put AP in again. You just gotta judge for yourself. Is this thing gonna sit there broadside for a while? Nah, and this, of course, as soon as I load AP, is gonna turn. So here's another instance. You can see I got a concealment build on this too. I have Makawa. I don't have Yamamoto as an option, so I have to use Makawa, but even if I get Yamamoto, I'm still probably going to stick with Makawa. So right now I'm not getting detected, so that's allowing me to switch my guns around, close in without taking incoming fire, and then get my angle down. These are all valuable things. And now I'm getting spotted by this destroyer, presumably.
Our team has taken the lead. I owe you one.
So once I got those gray ships into my shooting range, I probably should have started turning. Oh shit.
Requesting assistance.
You kind of want to be turning away from these guys before they're shooting at you. Especially in the Megami.
Get back. Teammate, I need your support.
But that's another reason you want to get rid of destroyers, is they can... The destroyer can perma spot me. I can't do anything about it. It's going to cut down on my ability to do what I'm trying to do here, which is exert my will onto this team. But because of this destroyer, all I have to do is stay outside of my blue detection range. There's nothing I can really do. Or his blue detection range on his screen. Subs and carriers. Subs, I think they just had for like a special edition mode. Carriers will come if they can never figure out how to use them without wrecking the game. I mean, I would like carriers too if they do it right, but I definitely do not want them to force them on here.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Alright. So my main goal at this point, we're attempting to get B. If we capture B, we're up by points quite a bit, so I don't have to play aggressively. I definitely don't want to get sunk here by this thing. But all I have to do is hold them back.
Lighter destroy.
I'm gonna take one more salvo from him and then turn. He's gonna shoot. There he goes. Especially since he's shooting. Come on.
Critical engine damage.
Shooting AP, so I'm not gonna turn quick enough.
Problem solved,
Confirmed penetration.
So that might. He could theoretically sink me right there. Yeah, that hurt. But. Come on, damn it. Now I'm actually fairly boned. That should kill him, hopefully.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Got a Mayoko there. That's too bad. What happened to World of Warplanes? I don't know. Is that out on PC? I don't know anything about it, to be honest with you.
Torpedoes to port.
Alright.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
This guy should have just focused on killing me. As long as I angle properly, he can't really do anything to me anymore. Whereas when I was dead in the water, he could have very easily taken me out in one shot. But... And I do have Makawa's ingenious perks, so you can see I can tell if I'm being targeted. Since I'm not, I'm going to turn back into him. I mean, the genius for me is hard to give up. Like right now, if I ever get a German cruiser commander, I'd probably rather use von Mueller. Just because he's a very... He can enhance his AP penetration on those things. Which is kind of what you need for German cruisers, but... Because he doesn't have the ingenious perk, that is a major downside. Cruisers, it's especially valuable just because being able to tell if you're targeted, that'll let you know, can I make a turn quick or not. Being able to make a turn in this without getting shot is extremely important because if you make the turn and you get a shot in the side with AP, your game's over, basically. Like that New Orleans earlier could have very easily killed me. But it just, I happened to get kind of lucky, so. Got Mueller in a crate and Hipper, nice. Yeah, I'm hoping next week I get 2 more German crates. I'm hoping I don't get 2 more duplicates because
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
right now I think I have 3 lines that I'm forced to use generics on when all the Germans come out. I have German battleships, German cruisers. I do have a German destroyer commander I got with the G101 Alpha for being an alpha tester. Cuts like butter with AP, yeah, exactly. So, like I say, I'm inclined, I would prefer to use cruiser commanders that have ingenious, but I think with the Germans, once I get all the commanders, someday I'll probably be running Mueller most of it. Been having bad luck, yeah. That's an understatement. I think compared to the guys in my Discord, I have on average like 8 less commanders than most of those people. You have almost all the other commanders in nations. Sounds amazing. Lucian's is very good, yeah, I mean, they're both solid. And I'm not ruling out Lucians, I'm just saying I'm trying to... Have you ever thrown a controller? Did you watch that video where I was playing in the Itsuzuki? No, I don't tend to throw controllers, but I started yelling at the TV. Alright, get him. Oh! There we go. That wasn't too bad. Amagi or Iowa? It's very hard for me to compare the Iowa to anything right now just because I have to run Dewey in it. And I don't want to put points into Dewey. So I have like a low level Dewey build, which is not good. What's going on with this Yumari? Wait a second. Oh, I got it. No, I think if you get the... If you have the Yubari and you beat the mission, I think they said you get like 5 million silver. So now I'm on Yubari Marathon 2. Sweet. You have Iowa with rank 15 Sims. Yeah, I mean, that's a completely different ship than Iowa with level 8 Dewey. Any Vanguard tips? Yeah, we'll get to the Vanguard here coming up. Vanguard, you just have to play very carefully. Throw a mini controller when you're younger. I generally don't throw controllers But normally when I play by myself, I don't wear my headset because I can't overcome the temptation to get on the mic and start screaming at my teammates, telling them how bad they are. You got Willis Lee. I'd take him over Dewey any day. Especially, I'd probably consider using Lee for tiers 3 through 6. More of a kind of close-range brawler build. Iowa, I'd say Sims is your best bet, but Dewey's not your best bet. Unless he's the only one you got. Any new updates coming for August? Yeah, the destroyers will be fully released on the 12th, and then German battleships will be early access, like the destroyers are currently.
Get back!
And I have no idea. I'm sure they'll update some other things. We'll find out. So, shit. This actually might be really dumb. I should have just started turning right away. I'm gonna try and sink this guy. He's gonna try and sink me.
Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy cruiser detected.
God damn it.
I need support.
You could probably say I shouldn't have even tried to complete that turn once I had 2 battleships there. I mean, the Vanguard can definitely hit hard.
The ship is on fire.
People trash the Vanguard all day long and say it sucks. It's not the case. It's a good ship. I wouldn't play it how he's doing. That's definitely not how you want to play it. But if you play it angled the entire game, then you can have some good games with Vanguard. But so far I haven't been able to hit it anyway, so it doesn't matter. These great at lower tiers, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Problem solved, sir.
Man. This guy, I don't think he's too angled to do anything about. I'd rather my team kill this guy though, so I don't have to waste a shot. There we go. Yeah, what you doing there? Nah, he's angling back. But again, I'm undetected now, so I can return. If I keep kiting away like that, then I get out of range, which you don't want to do. Baltimore, if I can kill this guy, would be ideal. King George, is another potential target. So basically what you want to do is just be looking at your map, look for the ships that are the most broadside to you. This Baltimore is an extreme threat to my destroyers who's dead, but he's still a good ship. Take a shot at him, see if I can get him.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
He's basically angled right at me, so it's not a high percentage shot for any damage, but right there, he's doing what I was talking about earlier, playing the Baltimore. Instead of like a mobile flanking type ship, if you can anchor a position that's going to have a lot of traffic potentially, like he's doing, that's kind of more ideally how you would want to play that ship. Alright, who can we shoot here? Oh, come on.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Team's getting shellacked again. Alright.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
See, I want to turn before I'm sighted. I don't think this is going to work. This Atlanta, I don't know what he's doing, man. You know there's 3 battleships right there that can blow you out of the water. missed my turn. I was trying to angle through there, but... Yeah, we got him. But I'm probably going to get wrecked in the meantime.
On Neptune's beard.
Let's see if I can make that without getting sunk. Alright. So ideally I would have liked to start that turn about 5 seconds earlier. Because now I can't really shoot over this. He's angled perfectly anyway, so I can't do anything. This ship's angled. I'm just gonna force some shots into this guy.
Fighter returning to ship.
If I would have seen that, I could have taken a shot at him. That did nothing. Damn it. No BS Ishizuki best tier 3. Yeah, that ship is sweet. I didn't really play it much since I was grinding line until I was trying to make that video for you guys, but the gun angles on that ship are awesome. Alright. I'm gonna have to turn because I'm hitting the edge of the map here. Got him once. Decent. Team is just absolutely evaporating once again, so that's not helping anything. So this ship, you got 3 rearward guns. So I got 3 that'll be on target, 2 that'll be off position for a while. Nobody can hold a spot on a new one. Let him shoot. These guns actually turn fairly quick. You can see that front one's almost in position. What you got for me? Pretty much stopped in the middle of the water. King George, you can't really citadel that ship very much. I think it's got a turtleback protection on its citadel, but... do want to reset that cap if possible. Took his gun out, that's nice. Alright. I can't shoot the Amagi, I'd have to open up the angle to all these ships. Shoot him upper hull into the superstructure there. At about 10 Ks. Decent.
The enemy is about to win.
Is this guy moving or not? I think he's going backwards.
Fighter airborne.
You are the last hope.
If he would have killed that destroyer, I might have actually been able to kill the Baltimore. But now I can't angle to everyone. I'm gonna get shot by someone, so not much I can do at this point. Let's give this guy a love tap. So anyway, I don't know, I like the Amagi a lot. Didn't get much going in that game, but if you can actually connect with those citadels, then you can rack up a lot of damage pretty quickly. Don't touch baby Baltimore. If he would have been drifting forward instead of backwards, he would have been sunk, but yeah, that Baltimore had 3k on their team, so a good game. That was the one that was holding down that line, or that corner. I don't know, it's unfortunate when your entire team melts within like 2 minutes of the game starting, but anyway, Amagi's probably my favorite tier 7 battleship. I might say the Vanguard, but you guys would think I'm crazy. I think duplicate Dewey's bad, try getting duplicate. Yeah, but at least the Royal Navy cruiser captains will be useful at some point, and I think they're both pretty good commanders. What's my favorite ship? I don't know. It's a good question. Kagero, maybe? I'll play another Kagero here in a little bit, once we get through the rotation. I keep forgetting to go over the builds, too. Queen E's possibly one of the... Yeah, Queen E is great. I like the Warspite, too. It's another version of it. I don't know. I really like the Megami. This one's probably my least favorite Tier 7 destroyer, but I think I'm just not very good at it.
Battle starts.
So they have no radars, they got a Kikiro and a Benson, so that's actually decent matchmaking for me. Can we have a finished Royal Cruiser line? Yeah, they're coming. Alright, so this guy's abandoning A for some reason, I don't know why. Both of my team, they're like, let's just concede this. So what's the reasoning for that? Let's go over this. Like, the water right over here is more favorable to them than the water over here. Or they're afraid of a Benson and a Kagero, possibly. Or they want to just go hug these people and sit in a corner with their thumbs in their mouths. I don't know. What? Someone explain to me why they're abandoning A's so I can... They're just cowards, so it's possible. But maybe there's a good reason for it. Maybe they're like, let's go down... one cap and make it a lot harder to win the game. Maybe they're really good and they just want a bit of a challenge. I don't know. Or they're like, fuck that lightning, let's just let him kill himself for no reason. So already, I can spot these guys, there's no one to shoot them. So, what's the point? Those torps aren't gonna hit, because people always turn. It's just, I don't understand it. They only want high damage values. How are they going to get high damage values? But we got 3 ships over here. Now they're turning around. What the fuck? Does that ever happen to you guys? Sometimes when I aim, the camera goes crazy. Like my guns, I've been pointed over here the entire time, but my guns were over there for some reason. I don't... Alright.
Smoke generator started.
I think my team can spot this guy at this point.
On Neptune's beard.
See, look at, he had
Smoke screen set.
all those capture points. Nobody's even shooting at this guy, man. I don't understand. Whatever. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Should we shoot the guy that's being captured, or capturing the base, or should we shoot at some Sharon or so doesn't really do anything? And like, what is this? This Atlanta didn't even start here, so he switched spots with those guys. I mean, nothing about this makes any sense. You get XP
All
based on the
stations
percentage
requesting
of damage.
fire
Yeah,
on
exactly.
designated
I mean,
target.
sorry. That's why I can't read chat when I'm playing. Alright, so this Iowa's just rushing me.
Capture that area.
Alright, yeah, let's smoke up again. I could
Smoke
let him
generator
get too
started.
close here. Actually, it wasn't attempting to kill me. So these British destroyers have really high fire chance. So nice dodge. I mean, it was.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
You don't want to be sitting horizontal to destroyers. It's probably the worst thing I do. I'm trying to train myself to not do it anymore. Like even right now, I'm horizontal still. You want to be as steep as you can and still be able to shoot your guns. Shit. So I probably should have left earlier. Oh, I didn't even notice I'm over here by myself. Alright, so this game's not gonna last very long, obviously.
Main turret critically damaged. Smoke generator started. Problem solved, sir.
If I can get rid of this Iowa, maybe.
Smoke screen set.
Yeah, he's turning in. Alright. We gotta go. Yeah. It's not gonna be a long game. But if I can actually get away without them spotting me. That means gun silence. Keep that smoke between me and the closer Iowa. I might. Because I don't know my detection range on this. I should know this. It's probably about 5, 6. So right now I'm in his detection range, and that airplane's a problem, obviously. Fuck. But I just gotta go. "5-1, damn it.
Smoke generator started.
Got more torps coming. If I can punish this fuck. So there I can get mad at my team all I want. That was on me for just sticking around there way too long. I should have realized that my team was dead and that my team was a bunch of Goombas that are completely fucking worthless, so if that's the case, you just gotta abandon that side and get out of there. So, yeah, horrible game. That's definitely not how you want to play that. And it's, like, it's very easy to say, alright, my team sucks. Why are they abandoning A? But I suck for not realizing that they abandoned A and then conceding that. I mean, if it's a loss, it's a loss, but why should I die trying to fight off 4 battleships that are going to overrun me like that? I can't possibly do it in that ship. So, you know, what do you want to do? And people ask me all the time, like, what should I do about bad teammates? You have to respond to them, unfortunately. You can't be, like, really stubborn like I try and be a lot of times and be like, no, we can't concede A, so I guess I have to hold it down against 4 ships. I can't do it. You just can't. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, Goombas. They're definitely a bunch of Goombas. But, again, you just have to recognize that, and you do it all the time. Yeah, I mean, and I, like a lot of people, I'm usually stubborn and I usually try and hold it just because we can't lose the side of the map. But then when you're dead and you're like, oh, I didn't actually stop them from getting over here anyways, and I'm dead, like I can still help the team more if I was alive right there rather than... Now, had I gotten another torp salvo off, I could have maybe sunk that Iowa, but still, you'd rather... Destroyers are more valuable in terms of late game than battleships. Battleships have the HP, but the destroyers have the offensive. So this guy is shot. I'm gonna try and actually keep turning here. This might be a problem. Vanguard guns are a lot stronger than people think they are. But yeah, I just took one in the Citadel. Another one. And Citadel damage you can't really repair. Oh my god. So now we're getting to the portion of the stream where I'm demonstrating what not to do on all my games. I forgot to announce that.
Thank you.
But I mean, for these battleships you want to turn, but you can't force it. If the turn's not there and you force it, you're gonna die. It's the ghost of Dewey. I wish.
Enemy severely damaged.
Yeah, that guy just got tickled. No, it's bad decision making. To improve, you have to be able to admit that you're making mistakes, and you have to be able to truthfully evaluate your own game. Which isn't always very easy to do. F a jet.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Alright. God, keep them spotted, guys. I could try lightning again if I have time. I do want to play another Kagero though, just because I'm still working on that ship.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
But the key to the Vanguard is 100% of the time you'd rather fire half your guns and be angled than get all your guns on target.
Attention. Reporting the target.
The ship I tend to do fairly well on just because I play it really carefully. Right, doing what I did right there is not playing it carefully.
Enemy battleship detected.
And I do have steering gears on this just to make it easier to open and close the angles. Why is this Atlanta not shooting the fucking destroyer that's right in front of him?
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
My god. There we go. I for Iowa. Someday I'll have a good Iowa commander, guys. Then we'll play it more. Alright, so we're actually down caps even though we're massively up ships, but the points can actually sneak up on you pretty quickly, so we do need to capture one of
All
these.
stations proceed to capture that area. All forces capture that area.
Does it play like a high tier Queen Elizabeth? Kind of. I mean, it's very tanky if you angle it properly, which I haven't really done this game yet, but it can sustain a lot of incoming fire. I usually get, not usually, but I get a lot of dreadnoughts on this ship, and then
Our team has taken the lead.
you can build a lot of damage over time, but the guns aren't as strong as like the Iowa or the Amagi, but they do damage.
Capture that area.
But the problem is, if you get shot in the side like I did earlier, I lost a third of my health, you know, and I see people sailing broadside in the ship all the time, and then they get one shot by an Amagi, and then they go online and say, the Vanguard sucks, please buff it. It's like, no, it's just, you gotta play it well, you know, you can't show broadside in any ship, but if you do it in this ship, you're gonna get sunk. It's just that's all there is to it. Got a Kraken and a Clemson. I do have a Kraken game in this saved up, I believe. Vanguard will be your next tier 7. Yeah. I mean, you're either gonna love it or hate it, but No joke. I mean, this could be my favorite Tier 7 battleship. Again, the Iowa doesn't really get a lot of consideration due to my Goomba of a commander, but... Like right now, okay, I'm undetected, so I can keep open a firing, or an open firing angle on this guy, but if I was detected, there's no way I would want to have this much broadside show on this guy. He could easily one-shot me right now.
All forces, capture that area. All stations, proceed to capture that area.
And it'd be nice if we could actually hit a shot, but apparently that's not going to happen.
All stations, proceed to capture that area. Affirmative.
Get Sims will be no contest. It's possible. I mean, I know obviously that I was a very good ship, but you're probably right. I mean, it's just not fun for me to play right now, just knowing that my range and accuracy are so much worse than the other guys playing it. These legs of the Congo, yeah, that ship is extremely inaccurate. Like, I have a 12-point Takeo Takagi in that one, and it's still very hard for me to hit shit in that ship as well, so. But once you get past the Congo, the Fuso's awesome, the Nagato's good when you get it upgraded, and then the Amagi is extremely strong. Come on, Cunningham. Man alive. The one downside about the Vanguard is the range is way worse than the other battleships. So I'm keeping a very close eye on that guy's guns in case you guys are wondering. If he aims at me, I'm going to angle towards him. I cannot hit jack shit this game. There we go. I'd honestly rather he be pointed directly at me. I can drop these shells vertically in here. He's probably gonna die there. Oh, come on. Alright, he's dead. So you can see, even though we're up 3 ships, because they had that one extra cap the entire game, they're not that far. They're 150 back on points, so... The randomness commanders just suck. Yeah, it's... I don't mind the idea of not being able to max everything day one. Like, I get they're trying to make this game last for years and years. And I don't have to have everything maxed day one, but... A, I want Dewey to be Legendary 3 for all the times they got him in a crate. But B, there should not be duplicate generic commanders, period. Why would I want a Legendary Dewey? I don't even want a regular Dewey. Yeah, so like you say, it limits what you want to play. I mean, I know I'll get Sims someday, I'm not worried about it, but in the meantime I don't play the Iowa, even though it's probably the best ship in the game. Because why would I want to go into a game with such a massive disadvantage? Likewise, the Germans, I have von Spee, which is the second best destroyer commander. He's serviceable. Like, if I don't get Bay, I'll use von Spee, but I don't really like to play the cruisers that much, just because, again, massive disadvantage. Alright. So that's unfortunate. I wish they would make the odds of you getting, like, if I don't have a battleship commander, for instance, I wish the odds of me getting a USN battleship commander were somewhat higher. Doesn't matter which one it is. You know, but just help me along a little bit. Petition to replace Iowa with Ohio. Sorry for your misfortune. I mean, I was really lucky out of the gate. Like, I got Scott, like, right away, and I didn't have any duplicates for, like, the first month, and then I didn't have any non-duplicates for 2 months. So, good luck comes and goes, I guess. So this guy, yeah, he's aiming at me. Alright, so this is where you got... He might be aiming at this dude, but because he might be aiming at me, I cannot... Yeah, he's aiming at me. I mean, this is all you gotta do in the Vanguard. I didn't take a lot of damage. That's an Amagi. Like, I could easily one-shot me if I had my side pointing at him. But I'd rather shoot half my guns at him and live than get sunk in one salvo. That's just all there is to this ship. It's not that hard. Let's see there. That should kill him if it lands.
Our victory is in sight.
Oh. Got the base reset though. Yeah. I don't even care about killing him. You get a lot of XP for resetting the base. And it's a good way to win. Obviously this isn't going to be a massive damage game, so it's not really breaking my heart. But we did our HP. Didn't get sunk. I mean, that's... In my mind, that's how you gotta play the Vanguard, except for that one opening mistake where we got blasted on the side. Other than that, I played it pretty carefully, and... The ship, the damage will build up if you're able to stay alive long enough. Yeah, just gonna switch to HE because these aren't doing anything. Grinding Colorado. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely... I haven't taken a look at Lee for a little while just because I don't like torturing myself, but I think I would probably put Lee on at least some of those lower tier battleships. Potentially all of them, tiers 3 through 6. Start a commander draft. I don't know. Everyone that responded on my Discord had like 33% more commanders than I did. So I just have really bad luck apparently. And again, getting back to the concealment, you know, like, that's allowing me to get in a position on this guy. Obviously this isn't a pivotal part of the game because we already won, but it's alright, let's see. So that was decent. I mean, it's definitely not the best Vanguard game I've ever played, but not bad. Alright, let's get to the Hipper. Hipper I gotta actually set up. So Sheer, by the way, Sheer's a legit battleship inspiration. This decrease chance to catch fire and reduce the reload time of damage control party. So I might actually level him up once I work on some other priorities, but right now I have him set up to be a battleship for the Scharnhorst. Who do I want? Put Scott on. And by the way, always boost your inspirations. Takes 21k. I have 7 million. So I don't know what the point of this blue star stuff is, but boost it. I think I have perks set up for both of them though. HP. Let's just put that on there. Alright, let me go to the bathroom quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, so just for those of you wondering, I was designing a hipper build last night. What did I come up with? Commanders, hipper. So I would run Von Mueller with Scott and Yamamoto was my plan. If I could. But we'll give it a whirl. I thought Shear's kind of not the easiest guy to use in this. You got Yamamoto for inspiration on Scott. Yeah. I mean, the USN cruisers already have really good AP penetration, so I don't know if I'd necessarily use Yamamoto on my Scott, but Yamamoto's a very strong commander. I mean, it's not... Is it... Yeah, his is AP pen. So I would for sure use him on the German cruisers if you got them. Probably use them on British cruisers when those come out just because they only fire AP. And I would probably use other guys for USN and IJN. But it depends on who you got and what you're going for. I mean, you want Yamamoto bad? Yeah, I want I want him and like 5 other commanders. Pretty good. You have legendary rank 15. Damn, that sounds like a good one. And I'm going back and forth. Would I use Yamamoto on my Mayoko and my Megami or Makawa? Right now I'm leaning towards Makawa, but I need to try Yamamoto first. I mean, Yamamoto's got an extremely potent offensive build. But the thing with the IGN cruisers is they're really... You gotta focus on keeping them alive. Are you getting penetration stats from PC? It's on the... It's on your ship stats, the AP pen is. Or wait, no. AP pen isn't actually. So I don't have access to the AP pen stats. I guess I could look at the PCs. Those are pretty reliable. But why you would want to use them on German cruisers is the AP penetration on these is very weak unless they're basically perfectly broadside. And it's just a well-known characteristic that USN cruisers have very good AP penetration. So I guess I am using the PC version to... Am I alone in the spawn? No, this is a little weird quirk of the C spawn over here. For some reason one ship tends to spawn right over there. Now I do have a King George pushing over here that I could try and anchor against. But I would like to support this Akatsuki if he's attempting to capture, which he is. And then we'll go back and deal with that King George. 6 citadels and 1 salvo. Oh my god. That's pretty nice. So I mean, yeah, with these German cruisers, like if you have a broadside shot, you need to use the AP on those. Otherwise, if you're not using those shells when the shot's available, then your DPM is just going to go down, or your damage per game is going to go down kind of beyond what you want it to be. So once we capture C, I'm just going to... What's this guy doing? He's actually coming in pretty hot. If he's dumb, he'll turn into C and get nuked by that guy. So I think he's gonna back up. And I don't know... Oh, they don't even have a destroyer on their team. No. I need to pay attention. Alright, so for instance, there's a broadside target, so I immediately have to switch to shell. Which Deutsche Dewey does have that perk to allow you to switch quickly. I think Lucian's does as well. This guy's turning away. He's turning away and he doesn't look like he's going full speed, but now... Yeah, alright. So I mean, when those shots are available, you need to hit them. Now he's out of range, and I gotta get rid of this King George. So you just have to take the time to switch. Ideally, your shells will switch quicker if they're loaded, if you do have that perk. Better AP pen helps neutralize enemy angling. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can use Yamamoto on Scott. I'm not telling you not to, guys. And I would experiment vigorously with commander builds. That's what they're there for. And I don't have half the commanders, so I sure as hell haven't tested out a lot of different builds that are possible. I mean, I'm just looking at it theoretically on paper, but the commanders I do have access to, I'm still testing them out all the time, so I think you have more Deweys than you. I got them. Well, you have Legendary 2, so you've gotten them more since the last update, but there's no way in hell you've gotten Dewey more than I have. It's not possible. I had them like 5 or 6 times in a row. I'm pretty sure I've gotten Dewey 8 times. I mean, if you have them more than I do, then, you know, you're even more cursed than I am. Oh, that Ishizuki game. That team was... That video, doing the voiceover, took me so long. It took me about 2 hours longer than it normally does. Because I just kept... It kept deteriorating me and complaining about how horrible the team was and how annoying everyone is, and... Your wise pizza's legendary level 10. That's a good thing to have, legendary level. I probably should have just turned around. I thought this guy was gonna keep moving forward, but this is taking way too long.
Enemy cruiser detected.
So this guy, if he's got a shot at me, he might be able to wreck me. Man, this thing does not want to go very fast backwards, does it? Now the HE doesn't do much damage on this, but when you gotta use it, you gotta use it. This guy... Yeah, 800. Alright. See, I'm tightening up my angle as much as I can. This guy can actually do a fair amount of damage to me, depending on what shell he's using. Luckily, he's shooting the other dude. Got a fire, alright. I mean, I can't, there's a 0% chance I can do any AP damage to him at this angle, so you just... If you have to fire HE, you have to fire HE. There's just no way around it.
The ship is on fire.
Those torps should kill him. HE has better pen, but worse damage and fire chance. Exactly. So, I mean, you're very likely to do damage, but it's not going to be very much damage. But the AP, you have pretty much a 0% chance to do any damage. Why did that dude not capture B?
Do not let the enemy take the area.
I just noticed that. I assumed he had captured B like 10 minutes ago. Or C, I'm sorry. He did capture C. Alright, I'm retarded. Alright. So this is another game, just looking at the map, that I'm like, it's definitely not over. Got 2, 4, 6, they got 4. It's our team's health. So we have good health on this side. I don't know what our... For all I know, those other 3 ships over there could all be one-shots. We're losing the only cap we have. They're capping A. Points were up quite a bit, but again, that can flip around very quickly. So you never want to assume just because you're winning at any given point in time that you're going to win. Oh, Stylo!
Hell, air attack.
Attention.
I should have known Stylo was gonna be in one of these games. Wouldn't be a stream without Stylo and the zipper. And he's shooting the gap. Don't you want to stick around and see what happens? You only play on PS4? Yeah, that's the only one I got. Stylo, don't do it! Oh, you bastard.
Hull breach. We're taking on water quickly.
Very naughty, Stylo.
Problem
Very,
solved,
very
sir.
naughty. So it's too bad if I was able to get around when he was sitting there broadside. We could have blasted him in one salvo. Hoping this King George can just take him out. And then I'm already turning my guns, you'll notice. I just assumed by the time I got in a range of this guy, his Stylo would be dead. And then we need to start working on these other ships once we capture C. Stylo.
Many thanks.
He's got a knack for queuing up with me, though. I give him that. He's pretty good at that. And he usually doesn't go right for me and try and wreck my game, which is nice. I don't think he's cheating as much as he possibly could when he's in the games, but if you're gonna try and get in my game, I would just appreciate you not, like,
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
paying that close attention to what I'm doing. Sneaky destroyer. You almost wrecked me with those torps, man. You got me with one of them.
Proceed to capture that area.
Yeah, the Hipper is a decent ship when you get it. It's much better when the hull's upgraded. It helps the steering. This ship, it's like the Mogami. You want to be able to flip back and forth with the rudder to get your guns on position and then close down the angle again for incoming fire. So I didn't mind the ship when I didn't have the hull upgraded, but once you get the hull upgraded, it's much better. And of course, I think I mentioned it earlier, but I do have the double steering gear on here. So that's how I'd run the ship. You can see it's got pretty good maneuverability with all three of those things selected. And you're definitely going to need it. Alright, where's this Atlanta?
Fighter airborne.
See what I was talking about earlier when we had a big advantage? Now we're tied in ships. And points were not up by that much. This guy could potentially blast if I can get in a position. Turn your screen black when you play. Alright, well, I appreciate that.
All forces.
I don't mind
capture that
seeing you
area.
in there just because I know I got the impression that you weren't really cheating as much as just trying to get into the game, so that's cool. I always appreciate seeing you in the streams anyways. And we're gonna pop this just because I think he might be trying to torp me. He might not even know I'm here. I mean, he's staying away from me very well, and he should be able to see my plane. Yeah, so like that angle, I can't even penetrate him with AP, so I'm gonna switch back. You gonna torp me? I don't know, man. That's why I got the sonar on, but Jesus, you got away. Alright. Oh, he got caught on the... Shit, I'm about to beach you. Yeah, there's this torp, so... Come on, get off the beach. Deutsche Dewey. A little too high there. The Atlanta, you definitely don't want to fool around with. You can see he actually might kill me. That ship can do a lot of damage in not a lot of time when you're close range like that. Stop mating with the land. Yeah, I thought I was going to be able to squeeze by that thing, but... Alright, so we definitely need to capture this, and then that'll give us a lot of leeway, and then I might actually just sail away from here and play defensively. If I get into a kiting angle right now. What do I have? I got an Iowa and a New Orleans. Both of those ships can easily wreck me if I give them a shot, so... I'm just gonna park my guns rearward, and I'm gonna sail that direction if this guy doesn't kill me, which he might. That sucks. Yeah.
Main turret critically damaged.
Man, he knocked out 2 guns.
Main turret critically damaged. Problem solved, sir.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
10 seconds left. That should be alright.
I owe you one.
Need 10k, then you got the hipper fully upgraded. Nice. Yeah, once you get the ship upgraded, it really starts to shine. So, what do we got? 1:15. Hey, Tim, what's happening? Watching from work. Appreciate you swinging by. You guys can see the members, they have the little, you got Dewey right now. Those little pictures will change over time. And then the name's green for the members. So, appreciate the support, Tim, and for coming by and watching. That wasn't a bad hipper game, 2k. We actually had a pretty good, I think the Iowa and the Akatsuki. I think these all 3 spawned by me. I might be wrong about that. But I think our C-spawn kind of did pretty well that game. Styloed, pretty good game. 2nd place on his team. Yeah, nice job. Alright, so I think we got time for at least one more, maybe 2. I'll try one more Kagero. Just because I got a tingle going up and down my leg about the ship. And the first game wasn't that great, unfortunately. So we'll try it again. And then if we got time, maybe I'll do one more lightning, because that game was another S the bed situation. But thanks everyone for tuning in. I appreciate that. If you don't mind hitting that like button if you are having fun, that always helps the channel out. Kagero makes Dewey's stash tingly axe. I mean, the Kagero, once I got those torps upgraded, man, I had 5 or 6 games last night that I saved the replays of, and they all could very easily make the channel, so. Alright, we got Baltimore, that thing is a major problem. Kagero, Benson, Akatsuki. Alright. Out from Italy.
Action stations.
Alright, thanks for hanging. Did you copyright he gone? No, it's not. Well, it's Hawk Harrelson is who I got it from. He's the guy that calls the Chicago White Sox games. So if other people are trying to use it, that's cool. It's not something I came up with. I'm not even a White Sox fan, but I definitely cannot take credit for Hegon. I do like to use it though. And if other people want to use it, that's fine. Everyone knows where who's using it first or second in my case. Alright, there's the Baltimore that we're worried about. Do I play MLB the show? No, I haven't. Why do they have the actual announcers on there? Colorado coming in hot. Let's see. Like, this is the reason you need to be... Everyone that sees this Baltimore needs to be shooting at him. He's sitting there broadside, not even moving. He should not be in the game anymore, but as long as he's got that radar, I can't really do anything. I want to go right up to that Amagi and take him out, which would make these guys' lives a lot easier, because that Amagi can blow all these dudes out of the water. But nobody wants to shoot the Baltimore, so... And now I got incoming problems. Yeah, it's just... People need to shoot at the proper ships, that's all there is to it. And this whole thing falls apart really quickly. This is what I'm talking about, angling more vertically towards these guys. I can still be diagonal and get my guns on target.
Smoke screen set.
But we know he's shooting torps. And that Atlanta, by the way, is within radar range. If he was paying attention, he could put radar on me and I could be blasted out of the water. So I just need to get out of here. Even if that means giving up C again to this dude, it's nothing I can do about it. But my team has not supported me whatsoever, so... This is what I was talking about in that Lightning game. Rather than me forcing my death just to maybe hold on to a cap, which isn't worth it, I just need to get out of here and play smarter. If I had torps, I would blow that guy away. Like, I know exactly where he is. He's not moving, he's just sitting right there. So... Maybe now he's moving, because once they stop shooting, then you can assume they're up to something. Again, that's Baltimore.
All stations, concentrate fire.
Needs to die. Shooting a ship that's running away from me is... yeah. I mean, that's why you should always be checking the roster at the beginning of the game. Like, if you see a radar ship, keep an eye out for it. Kill that thing. We had 2 battleships back here that could have easily deleted that guy. He was just sitting there broadside. And in turn, I could have killed this Amagi. He'd be dead right now, but I can't do that. Or at least I could have killed this, whatever this DD is that's pushing me. But because I have an Atlanta and a Baltimore covering that cap, I really can't do anything, so... I'm able to launch torps, which are kind of random. If they hit, cool. If they don't, then there's nothing I can do about it. But... this is the entire... If you want to consider this a team game, which on paper it is, this is how you be a team player. Like, support the ships that need to be supported. Kagero, now that I've played it, I fully realize this is probably the most dangerous ship in the game, with these lightning fast torpedoes. And they're easily the most damaged torpedoes in the game. But because I have 2 radar ships completely zoning me out, I can't do a single thing. Map awareness. Yeah. I mean, seriously. So now this destroyer that caps C, he went back that way. I was hoping he was going to come around here so I could duel him, but now he's going to go blast these guys, so... It's just compounding, like... And this Baltimore still is covering this Amagi, so I can't go for him. I mean, these guys have no... They're about to get absolutely wrecked by this dude. And do I feel bad about it? No, because... all they had to do was kill the Baltimore, and none of these problems would be going on right now. But this Baltimore is doing a good job. He's just pinned to this guy's belt. And as long as he's by him, I can't get within 9 kilometers of this dude, or he'll absolutely blow me out of the water. So, you know, what do you want me to do? I guess I can try and torp him.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
That's one option. I mean, he's playing a little suspect. He was just sitting there broadside the entire time, so. Are you doing divisions today? No, I'm gonna play this one and maybe one more game and then probably call it there, but.
Thank you.
There we go, I got him. So that King George,
All stations.
I wish I would have been looking at it.
Reporting the position of a
King George is
strategic
very
target.
dangerous for destroyers if they're using HE.
Our victory is in sight.
Alright.
All stations. Reporting the position of a strategic target.
And he got him. Alright, so me just sitting here holding these guys off by periodically torping them is the smart play in my opinion. Like, I know this isn't probably the most exciting game known to man, but keeping them spotted, keeping torps coming their way, not allowing them to capture these points. Like right now we have this game on lockdown. We have 3 points, we're up big time on ships, so I could play like a wild man. Obviously I got no damage this game, I didn't do anything, but it's all circumstantial. Field your stealth in the end, there's either one or no DDs. I mean, that's just kind of the... nothing you can do about that. Alright. This Baltimore,
Engine boost activated.
again, the most important ship on their team is
Attention.
basically untouched the entire game, and they're still shooting the Amagi over this guy. This isn't just because I'm playing a DD. Like, if you have no DDs on your team, then you can lower the Baltimore's priority. I still wouldn't lower it that much because it's still a very solid ship, but this is as close as I can possibly get to these guys. Play your role and help your team win. Yeah, I mean, exactly. So I'm not apologizing for this game. Sometimes it works out like this. It should be a very solid win unless these guys absolutely get melted. Looks like those guys rammed each other. But, you know, ideally, all they had to do was kill this guy and the Amagi would have been dead right off the bat. The Amagi's got the strongest guns in the game. It's a very dangerous ship. Now the Baltimore can radar me here. So I guess technically I'm too close to him. But what happens with the Indy? Sometimes you don't rack up the damage. Yeah, exactly. I mean, right. This was fine. Like, I would have ideally liked to kill that Akatsuki that was there. And again, I was hoping he was going to go around that side once he captured. But we captured C twice. I mean, and game situationally, we've had control of all the caps the entire game, so what else should I be doing, really?
Engine boost deactivated.
You don't get record damage games every time, but I'd rather win the game playing it right than...
Smoke generator started.
Ready?
Smoke screen set.
And then this, ideally it'd have an engine boost, and you could just strap a bunch of dynamite and just charge right at that guy. I mean, we didn't take any damage the entire game, so you'd be the guy to put the fire out. soon as he gets one. I mean, he was low enough at that point, he might as well put it out. You don't want to damage count a single fire unless you're really low, then you kind of have to. So, I don't know. I mean, that was an ass kicking. We definitely dominated that game, but not the most action-packed. Alright, I think I got time for one more lightning. Let's see if we can redeem that. But you can see, I mean, just getting all that spotting damage, the capture damage. Man, we had 2 guys with 3k. Nice job. So that team actually did pretty good. Even our low, I mean, when you have guys on your team that get like 0 or 300, 400, then that wasn't a good game on their part. But if you got everyone over 1,000, that was a good team that did really well. So we just kind of dominated that game from start to finish. All right, we'll try lightning one more time. Try and be useful to aid the win. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you'll get games that are high damage if you're trying to win the game. Those line up, but I see a lot of games lost where you can tell that the players are only trying to get high damage, because that's like right there we had 3 caps. I could have been crazy and just engine boosted towards that Baltimore, tried to torp him, tried to torp the Amagi from close range. That could have easily gotten me killed. I mean, those types of situations, they can spiral out of control very quickly, and those are how you lose games that 5 minutes ago you thought were the easiest win in the world. So I would just always recommend keep playing smart, keep trying to win the game. I mean, I don't think I've really had any high damage games today, but you know, we've had a fair amount of games I'd say that were played fairly well, at least. So had a couple clunkers. But it is harder to play in stream than I think a lot of people realize, just because I try and keep an eye on what you guys are saying. But alright, so what do we got? Akatsuki, Kagero, Lightning, Baltimore. Again, I don't really care about the BBs as a BB. So I'm, Baltimore. Again, I want to spot the Baltimore if possible. I want to keep them lit, and then if my team is semi-competent, which sometimes they are, usually they're not, they'll shoot the Baltimore. That's all I can really do about it. I can't force myself to go in range with the Baltimore just to shoot him, because he can absolutely wreck me, 9 out of 10 times. There's no reason the Baltimore should ever lose a fight to a Lightning. This guy, I'm guessing he's gonna speed up. He might be slowing down.
Smoke generator started. Smoke screen is on
Well, I
fire.
assume it was one of the IJNs that spotted me.
Problem solved, sir.
I mean, I got a level 10 Swirsky as an inspiration on this, so I doubt the other Lightning could outspot me. It's possible. Shit. Now I really want... There they are. I really want someone to spot that guy, because I got a really good fire chance on this. Fucking Lightning. It's interesting that this guy could outspot me. Alright. Now I'm in a major problem, because I can only get 1 gun on him, he can get 3 on me.
The ship is on fire.
Yeah, whatever. Apparently I suck at the Lightning, that's all we've learned today. Oh! Alright, well I tried, guys. But assuming he's the one that spotted me first, that must be a pretty high... He's either got a high level Bay or a high level Swirsky or both on that, because I have a level 10 Swirsky. He shouldn't really be able to outspot me like that. Maybe Vian. I haven't looked that close at Vian's build, but maybe that'll allow him to get in closer. I don't know. But I think we covered all the ships. Unfortunately, the Lightning, I just suck at that ship, so we'll try it again another time. Well, anyway, I'm going to cut it there, guys, but thanks for watching. We did have new members and donations today. Thank you very much for those. We do have the Marblehead video that was released earlier today, too. If you guys haven't seen that, that was a pretty decent game in that one. If you love the Lightning, detection range is 5.4, yeah. It's definitely a good ship. Both games I played it today were absolutely abysmal, so too bad. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. Timothy, Lanky, Jody, MPEG, Stubborn Hat, Heck 3, Michael Grayson, Ramit, Jay the Cat, Stylo, of course, for playing, and everyone else that's been hanging out in the background. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys all later, and have a good one. All right, peace.